It's time to check out this Che album, Closed Captions. I'm very curious about this Che album because Che has become, I think, one of the most notorious artists in the underground currently. But he's also notorious because he's followed a certain trend, a certain sound that is like dominating, if not plaguing, the underground, which is like the much maligned rage slop sound. The rage slop sound. He's been at the forefront of it. But from what I hear, he wasn't always like this crazy, like distorted music kind of guy. Apparently he used to be like way more melodic and way more just like chill. So I'm very curious to check out this album, Closed Captions, see where his origins lie as an artist and how he got to the place that he is today. I'm very curious. Track 1, Blueberry Backwood.
This is more than mixtapes. It's a movement, bitch.
Bitch, you wanna sign me up, oh yeah. DJ run me up, oh yeah. We swungin' on OG. Nigga wanna play back, not go there. I told bitch, she like, Hold on, diggin' like, oh yeah. Niggas still swag, but you just can't care. Call all these bitches, I like can't kill. I said, fuck rap, bitch, I scare. Who you bang, we bitch, come tap in. Don't nigga follow, so tapped in. I ain't check out with my dad in yeah. Tell all the insurance hoes that I'm finished. Hit for some rest, I ain't talking no tennis. Was he all alone when it was tinted? I try to follow my ass on the skillet. And I don't got one sport with a senate. I don't got high, I just been to. I don't call I'm so expensive. I put go y'all back on my bitches. Confidence off of a dicky.
Okay, first of all, I was lied to. There's definitely distortion here. I don't know if all the songs are going to sound like this, but this is definitely kind of distorted. But in a way that's not like fucking Encore or Rest in Bass. I mean, that's pretty extreme. So maybe in comparison to those albums, this is fucking like pop music. But there's definitely some distortion here. I mean, let's not fucking make our brains rotted. This is definitely distorted.
So fucking picky. And the deer on so fucking sickening. Yeah, everyone just like a blissy. I saw niggas, I'll blick em. Bitch, put up a shot, P. Diddy. Don't let me catch a nigga, I'll blick em. Yeah, I got some swing on my city. Told my op niggas, I get with em. Yeah, y'all got drinks so fizzy. Fucking up, spitting shit up on my denim. Damn, badass hoes in my city. Bitch, and I just like Malcolm in the middle. Yeah, nigga, that ass so sissy. Better get a taste of rainbow, it's a skittle.
Hold on.
When we hit 10, I'm just fire, nigga, like me griddle. Niggas that act like bitches. Bitch, you wanna talk all night like Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I ain't been broken in a minute. So lost in my pocket with a little. Nigga don't wanna come spit me, but don't you know all the shit that I've been through. Niggas on them say solid, bitch, when I need you, they turn to a cricket. Yeah, I swear again that I got you. Everything we do is so beneficial. Nigga, watch me falling up, bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit, I like that. I like this a lot. It started off a little bit where like I was trying to figure out like what the origins of his music was. So I don't know if I was all the way in it in terms of his music, but he caught a fucking nasty mean like flow state halfway through that. Like around here, like in the middle, he was kind of fucking going. That flow was nuts. Okay, we got like a minute left and the beat is doing acrobatics. Let's see how this song ends. It's like fucking going backwards, it's going underwater. They throwing everything. Okay, they're doing the DJ tag aesthetic. This, I hear this all the time now. It's so common. By the way, the video's hard. I like the video. Whoa! What the fuck? What happened? We went full fucking distortion there. What the hell? Wait, what? We went Rest in Bass / Encore on what the hell? Is that the video? Is that the song? What the fuck happened? Why did this shit get so loud all of a sudden? This shit just fried me. Bro, that shit just fried me. What if that was like fucking foreshadowing? that was foreshadowing where like his career was gonna go. Maybe he always was heading in this direction and we didn't see it. That song is cool. It's nothing crazy. I thought he was cooking somewhere in the middle, but the hook isn't that catchy. The beat is fine. Yeah, that wasn't like extraordinary. I didn't love that. Next track, Sativa.
This is rhythm music. You wanna smoke sativa? What a bitch.
I see bitches, don't want to look till they stick with Molly. Bitches, heard in shots, but I ain't lit up body. Oh really? Cat that nigga silly. I've been for a kill.
what's funny? I really want to like this album. I really want to like this album to like stick it to everybody that you know loves fucking Rest in Bass and Encore and things are like this is like the sound of the future on the underground, which I very much disagree with. But this is not much fucking better. I'm not really liking this that much. What the hell? I thought this would be an easy slam dunk.
It's exotic minerals. Vacuum sealing the zip bag. That ass was my king. Yeah, I didn't wanna come to a kickback. That niggas right on my dick. Yeah, grown ass nigga that's so sad. Smoke out bitch ass. In a sweatshirt. Tell y'all bitch throw it back. I'm tryna make this hoe get thicker. I'm sitting my liver. Running off on my dealer. Boring hoes don't need that. It smells like a torpedo.
Alright, I'm gonna do that, Strat, because I gotta check out his singles. I think maybe the singles are the Jones that I recognize are like super like playful and lighthearted and fun. Maybe that's the era, and I thought this album was gonna be that era, but clearly this is more like more distorted. It's not really that distorted, but it's more distorted than what I expected. Yeah, this shit, I'm not really loving this. This visualizer making it worse, to be honest. I mean, this is the thing he does. He does like these really disturbing, like horrorcore like visualizers, so it's not, it doesn't even surprise me. Yeah, I really don't fucking like this at all, yo. What the hell? I can suggest some that are more melodic. Yeah, once we're done with the album, we're gonna do some singles. Yeah, I don't even want to listen no more. Let's move on to the next one. Thanks. I can't believe I'm skipping songs. This is frying me. No diss, yeah. I'm so heavy pieces, yeah. I don't watch your bitch, yeah. I don't want no kiss, yeah. I just want my dance, yeah. Son, I rap no kissing, yeah. But boy, ass your bitch, yeah. My clothes so expensive, yeah. Shoot your ass no diss, yeah. I forgot to mention, yeah. I don't like no bitch, yeah. Smoke hard, told and sissy, yeah. Bitch say your heart really dim. I don't like no feelings, yeah. I want penicillin, yeah. Cocaine or dealing, yeah. They don't know my DNA. That's all stuff like TSA. You want OG killer, yeah. You know that shit killer, yeah. I might pop a pill or something. I bet I'm on my killer, son. Hit a jig and fucking run. These niggas capping body stunning. Bro, this shit is ass. It is not even. It is not even like. You know, you could say like my brain is rotted from listening to a lot of rage slaps, so this is like less crazy because this is like pretty distorted already. But it's like wow, he has gotten way better. Why the fuck? Okay, I don't. Maybe this is the early beginnings. Maybe this is like the early phase of him trying to figure out what would eventually become Rest in Bass and Encore. Maybe that's what's happening here. These are like baby steps, and it feels like he's not quite comfortable in this yet, but yeah, this is, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. What? I was so sure I was gonna like this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Okay, let's move on to the next. I can't believe I'm skipping. It's a 23-minute album. I don't know how I'm skipping shit.
Closed captions.
Okay.
I know I ain't scared talk. She see I don't waste it. So used to fucking bad hoes. Bitch, then I'm an asshole. Thumb up in the asshole. I have on that ass, yeah. Still can't get no grass, though. Oh, gee, I'm throwing on gas, yeah. Catch up with a jet like mad and shit. I'm tripping on acid, nigga. I'm tripping on acid, bitch. I got kilos thrown on mad niggas. Damn, we smell your last clip. My pock's so massive, nigga. I'm coming the baddest bitch. They don't hire the nasty nigga, no doubt. She more your plaza, bitch. Like how you nigga wanna share with me. I gave you nigga my last a bit. Till that do us far, and no other rationing.
This 2023 dated as fuck. Is it like the horrorcore, like the Great Chaos kind of? It's definitely that era of like the underground, like the aesthetics of like be as fucking disturbing as possible. For sure.
Get her on top of her. Eat her to these bitches. She must boot you like a shot. That I sell all the time. With my brother. Nigga straight from Russia. Bullets to your brother. Black who Alibaba. Bullets fizz your face get stuck up. Mine she so stuck.
Bro, I'm fucking. This is frying me. This is not fucking good. Bro, we're only what? How many songs are we in? We're only 4 songs in, and this is easily his worst album, like, by far. Because as much as, you know what's funny, as much as like Encore and Rest and Bass, I don't like how fucking distorted it is, because I feel like we've experimented with the sound enough. I feel like they sound way more kind of, I don't know, it was like way more, I don't know if it's effort, but they do sound better crafted than some of these sound. Okay, someone in the chat said Soul is good, so I need some good. Come on, I need a good one. Come on, Soul music video.
Just walk on doja. So ride with my soldier. Big that pocket like Boulder. Know my club bipolar. These back hang on my shoulder. I want to tell her come over. Sick ass sipping on Yoda. My whole city gon' pull up. Yo, I ain't looking for closure. Niggas told me to expose him. I'm trying to shit out the whole gym. These niggas don't get they roses. Break out like D-Rosen. Send me auto kill gon' hold shit. Let me smoking your top high. Young nigga don't got my top. Henny bitches in my hot rod. City finna cop a hot rise. So they don't want this sauce. AR-15 bullshit though. Yeah, I'm about to Dutch with a hoe. They gon' finna uppercut on this hoe.
You know what's interesting? I think I'm trying to figure out why this album was not really working for me. I think. Oh, Shigo, you're speaking to it. Say So Says is his best album. CC was his transitional tape. That's what I'm realizing now. This is very much a transitional tape. Like Say So Says is like. Maybe that's what I'm like. I'm like mind blown at this, because it's like I thought this was gonna be like Agenda 1, Agenda 2, like that era of the album. What's up, Chuck? How we doing? I thought this was gonna be that era of Che, but it's not. I wish I was told that this is like more like transitioning into what Say So Says was. I'm expecting like fucking Agenda, and I'm getting this, which is just like a pale imitation of what he already did good on Say So Says. Huh.
Something we don't know. Yeah, I gotta switch on their play cause we got throat. No, never coming, I come home. I just smell on Enzo. I'm tryna fuck on your friend though. Plenty bullets in their fan though. Niggas I never defend them. And I want with some tension.
Yeah, it truly is. He's like, even if I compare him to himself, to his own career, it sounds trash. And then you compare it to the field, especially all like how kind of. Maybe also this sound is dated a little bit, like this kind of like super trappy, like, you know, with the hi-hats and shit, like the rattling hi-hats. But it's like both dated and it sounds not good. Like it's a weak imitation of a sound that's dated. That's a fucking death knell. Yeah, let's go on to the next track. Canary. Slum 6S, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I tell you I was obsessed with Che before he dropped this and dead stopped listening. So we're listening to his worst album. I'm not gonna lie, every single one of you that says that you missed the closed captions era of Che, you fucking lied. I'm trying to find a redeeming quality for this album and I can't find it.
Oh yeah, I couldn't go out like that. The perk don't fight back, I'm saying. The perk don't fight back, Morris. Yeah, they keep on whipping. Yeah, I saw the bitches. Yeah, I saw the digits. Fuck it, I ain't gon' reload it. Let's go. My finger keep clicking. I ain't no issues. She said she want lick it. Bitch, I just want to lick it. Oh God, feel like give me a hiccup. Yeah, ain't not in the picture no more. I know you gon' miss this. Yeah, I'm going on missions. People just wanna hear you. They really want. Yeah. I said, bitch. I said, what? You really on? Yeah. I'm so drip. Look like I got a million.
Hey, what is happening? Next track, Black China. What the fuck is happening? That mean ain't it? I mean, this album was definitely Chuck. I'm sorry you're joining when we're listening to this. By the way, this album was only 23 minutes and I'm fucking skipping tracks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Is my brain actually rotting and I can't give these songs the full 2 minutes? or do I just understand what these songs are as I skip to the next track? It's pretty like repetitive also, which is not good. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I get them. 40 seconds in, I'm knowing what we're listening to, and I just want to skip to the next track. I don't know if because this is my fucking, you know, I'm not able to listen to it, but that's not even true, bro. I feel like it's not true. If it was great, I would be locked in. Like China was a single for this? Okay, bet. I'm curious. They were shitting on MDM and promoting violence for this? Yeah, bro. They they fucking lied. Okay, Black China. I actually like this one. I'm not gonna lie, I see why he made this a lead single, but when this is your lead single, your fucking album stinks. Yes, shit stinks if this is the lead single. Because it's I can clearly hear why this is the lead single. It's probably the catchiest out of all these. But it's not like, it's only relative. I like this song. I like it. Also, it bears repeating that, like, again, this kind of sound, these kinds of tight beats are also very dated with the rolling hi-hats or whatever, like that kind of sound. It's pretty dated. So I'm not gonna lie, this is also part of it. It's also part of like why I'm not loving it. And the fact that the whole album is the sound, I get it. It's only 23 minutes, so it's like it's not that long of an album, but it wasn't what I expecting, and it's worse than I was expecting, and it's all the thing that is bad that I wasn't expecting. How you feel about Shy going back to back, Big C? I don't have real feelings for Shy. I don't hate him like others. I like this song. I'm saving this one. Only song I'm saving. Alright. The only song, by the way, I'm pretty sure besides the intro, the only song I've gotten through like the entirety of, which doesn't bode well for the actual album itself. Okay, next track, SOS. Hold on, I like this beat. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on, don't tell me I'm not gonna lie. Yo, why it sounds like this is the song he figured out his sound. This is it. This is the moment he figured it out. It took us how many songs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks before we got to a song that sounds like, oh wait, I kinda figured it out. I kinda know what I like. Hold on. This shit hard. I like this. Bitch, she didn't all take like venom. Taste, bitch, go get okay. I ain't go higher, no way, no way. So go yeah, it's on way. I say go yeah, I said fuck it. I wanna go like 808. Cabo, oh yeah, and I'm smoking. Yo, you know I'm not. This is what I'm saying. This song sounds like it could have been on Say So Says. For sure. This sounds like it could have easily fit there. So this is, you're not wrong, Shigo. Definitely a transitional album for him.
I got Roselle, and a couple hoes, okay. Then why yeah, her name all be July Drake, and for Christmas.
Nasty ass visuals, yuck. Yeah. It's edgy for the sake of being edgy. You know, this is a very of the time thing. 2023, everybody was competing to see who could be the most edgy, the most horrorcore out of everybody in terms of visuals. You know, it doesn't faze me at all.
Super nigga, yeah. Oh, and no super cake, true legend, yeah. Next time that's up with some bait, stupid bitches, yeah. Stupid bitches for my age. Who you listen? Bet, yeah. No, I'm on me, but see, I good, cost more than your kidney. Bitch, call me pop about oh, and up. Feelings,
I love this beat.
These niggas is not only green on me, my meter. Always say your fuck up. Yo, what's up, son? You gon' feed it. In my past, I had dog. How you step up from my deal? Jabba, I be back. I don't think you'll ever heal. If it's that set on, you run your front up again. Niggas just get hard, try harder like they living.
Hard. Okay. We're building a little bit of a run. Chat, what is the likelihood that the next three are fucking good? Could it be possible? Could we live in a world where the album ends strong? It's a good ending. Alright, next track, Draco.
Bitch in my sack, then you kiss her back. She all in my chat, yeah, that's so sad. Got plenty mags, just for your ass. Even my kiss ass, I'm popping tags with him, I'm still popping tags. Jacob made her dancing, look like he a Philly dancer. Don't stay in my face, but I don't wanna let them get the rest of me. I say, okay, but on my side, I ain't gon' fake. I got a little tat right on my face. Tat my custom color and shit. Change jumping, I'll tell the place. Okay, you remember say goddamn chase. Chase tears running in my goddamn face. Okay, so you real, but you goddamn fake. It's a garden of
We don't live in a perfect world, man. If only we lived in a perfect world where the album would end good. This is kind of, it's not as bad as the rest of the tracks earlier, but it's slipping back into that vibe of like, you haven't fully figured this out yet, have you? Whoa, hold on! Spoke too early?
Ask me how I felt. Some niggas look like they need help. They ain't not getting kicked from the bar by himself. It ain't nothing, I just keep my head up. Oh yeah, so simple like how could I feel? Spit on the deal, on the deal. Would you die by that bitch on now? Would you not push her like Aaron and tail? Okay, in the city, I'm leaving the Dale. City of Guap, well, yeah, that's that kill. I'm a fish with a left on my bankroll. I want all my money in the mail. There's so many bitches, I don't care. Throw that fucking brick up in the air. Bitch, bitch, her go super sad. If you making money, say hell yeah. If you making money, say hell yeah.
Okay, I mean, this was kind of, it's mid. The other songs were bad. This is mid. The two songs before this were good. That's where I'm at with it. Alright, let's finish up this album. Two more tracks. The real outro is Frank Ocean. Then after that, it's a bonus track.
Closed captions.
I know I skipped through a lot of it, but that's the first time there's like a name drop of like the album. Was that like throughout the album? You can't throw that at the end. Closed captions. Also, a song named Frank Ocean, this shit gotta be good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You can't name a song. You can't name a song after a good artist and your song be trash. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if this song is garbage.
Say Frank Ocean, yeah. Oh yeah, promise it broken, yeah. Badass bitch, what's that open? That nigga off in the ocean. Oh my, bad bitch wanna ring on. Oh god, bitch my session she throwin'. Oh nah, I ain't even sexually open. Oh yeah, I ain't even mentally coping. Like, oh yeah.
By the way, this is the sound that I was expecting. This is what I thought we were gonna get with this album. I didn't know it was gonna be whatever the fuck that was. I thought we were getting this.
Say I'm tired. Lies. I'm some card. My vision's blurry. How you out so out of bitch, the blues around that hurt me. Yeah, I saw you some OG, I know that she want this. I give her some hot there. Yeah, I want no need full tent. Yeah, money need full clip. Yeah, I know what the bullshit. Oh yeah, I kill all the cool kids. Oh yeah, my stomach keep churning. How you act like you so hurtless? I know you won't find nobody else. There's nobody else is perfect. I don't got no other destiny. Yeah, yeah, I know that she just want the best for me. Yeah, I promise that I'm not your enemy. Yeah, I want the best for you, don't pop.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna get to that soon.
How you look at niggas and think of envy. Damn, I feel so fucked up, wasting all my energy. I just keep my fucking circle smell like it's an ecstasy. Yeah, she eat this all elegant. Ellen generous, Kalani, nigga dark generous. Been a better man, I bought this for her, some vitamins. I never tell him to, you know, I never ever tell him. Yeah, yeah, I saw you some OG, yeah, I know that she heartless. I give her some hot there. Yeah, I want a need full tip. Yeah, I need a need full clip. Yeah, I know what the bullshit. Oh yeah, I kill all the cool kids.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's the most whatever ending to an album I've ever heard in my life. I know this isn't actually the end of the album, but fucking hell, what a fucking mid-final track that is. Okay, one more track, flat bonus, and then we're gonna check out some of the singles from the Cheromani era, which is what I thought we were getting with this album.
And fake, yeah. Pour the dirty, I drink, yeah. Your heart, a dirty, let's skate, yeah. Some laws, I'm giving away. This hard as so day. Box out shit, little me. Bro, my hair shit straight, yeah. Who told you that's okay? Heard me, that's alright. I ain't got no taste.
Whoa, hold on, this shit hard. Weirdly enough, this bonus track is the best song that's done what what he tried to do with the album. Like this transitional sound that he's going from before he got to Say So Sass. This is the best one so far. Oh, I'm saving this one too.
I be really in the lab, nigga. Why you niggas on some black? Yeah, that's your heart on my act, nigga. And she know where we at, yeah. That shit sad, yeah. I can never go like that, yeah. Yeah, ain't no rash, yeah. Pussy on pass, yeah. Taking on shit on my ass, yeah. Probably still at pass, yeah. Broke-ass nigga untapped.
This shit hard. He's fucking going crazy. Also, they like the key changes is happening. What the fuck? There's key changes. Come on. Yo, this shit hard. Hard. Actually, you know what? The bonus made that a good album ending. I enjoyed that song a lot. It didn't save the album because I only like fucking 3 tracks in that bitch. I only like 3 songs on this album, so that just kind of fried me. Now let's check out early Che, which I thought I was getting with this album, but I guess this is Cheromani. This is not actually Che. Okay. Okay. This is definitely what I was expecting from fucking closed captions.
Shop in the mall, goddamn, that's where it goes. All your small ass go back. If my niggas ain't gon' fall for you, if my niggas ain't gon' go for you, you kept it online, they told the truth. And niggas can't even take my bro, cause she too kind. And she don't even love like girl, what's on your mind?
Yeah. I was gonna say, here's what's interesting about these songs. They sound dated yet again, but in a different way where like he sounds so like young, you know? He sounds like very young. You can hear it. Because he's like 18 now. So how old was he here? Like fucking 16 or something? Like he was pretty young. I like the vibe of that. But it's still now, but now it feels weird because how we get from this to Rest in Bass is shit fire. It is fire. But you can see that he definitely has gotten better over the years. It's such a fascinating thing that I'm noticing. I'm so curious that like he started off with a sound that was more palatable, but he himself wasn't that good. And I feel like he's the best he's ever been, like in terms of presence, vocally, like even lyrics. But he's doing it over like quote unquote rage slap. It's so fascinating. Which I guess is something I've always said about Che. I feel like Che is talented, and I can see now that he's gotten way more talented than he used to be. It's just I feel like he's using his powers for the wrong thing. But let me check this out. Ace Tan. Oh, this is Tana? Is Ace Tana Tana? In Cheromani first place.
On a fat nigga like hit that. Bitch, you can't even run. Told my niggas try and get it back.
Hold on.
On his head just like a snap back. He think he number one, but I took his bitch and tied that. You a flat bitch, ain't no but a flat bitch. You so ass my nigga, can't get on.
Ooh, yo, this shit is hard. Why he on a Youngboy beat? Yeah, bro, this is frying me.
I'll take it right back, I can't even fit him. You can get killed with that nigga if you with him. Yes, my gang up on motherfucking Twitter.
Hold on!
I'm a young boy, I can't finish my sentence. This motherfucking tennis. Bitch, I'm a dog like it's Dennis the Menace. You a fat bitch, ain't no but a fat bitch. You so ass my nigga, can't get on my trap bitch. I'ma tear that shit, I don't even got an ass bitch. I can't sit for a second, I'm first, no last bitch. Last bitch. Oh, you know how I get when I'm on a beat. Like, boy, how was I
this is Ace Tana?
Crazy, put his ass up on TV. Hey, but you know you are no big.
Here's what I'm learning. More people need to get on Youngboy type beats. Turns out you can do some pretty good shit over Youngboy type beats. And listen, I know for a lot of y'all, Youngboy type beats is carrying, but I think Che did really good on that.
I told that bitch it off of me. Since I'm also with the Rocky, and you know we smoking weed. I always gotta make sure right because you know that that's the thing. When it can't be no other bitch, I wanna stand up on the list. I can't go with her off a daily. But you know that I'm making these bitches in the week. Niggas fake, so I keep it going.
This shit hard. It's so fucking different. It's crazy. Alright, it's fine. I mean, I don't need to hear anymore. Okay, one more song, Strat. One more Che song. Let me listen to Agenda. Agenda is the one. This is like this is probably his most known song or his most infamous song. I'll listen to Agenda to wrap up this Cheromani era. Oh yeah, I've heard this. I mean, this became every TikTok sound ever. Like, come on. Like, immediately I recognize the beat because I feel like I've heard this in TikTok sounds since 2021, 2022. What's up, Expo? Oh, okay, like I also know these kind of beats with the fucking metronome. I didn't know this is also like the Che era. So wild how Che sound has changed because this was the time in the specifically type beats community. Like these type beats were all over the place. I know because friend of mine in other half of Potty Mouth, Dom Sharp, has rapped over beats like this.
So let me tell you ready. She got a watch that I fed you. I on the show, she moving already. Just told her to bed with me, like my nigga titties. And I just told her be. And shit, I really be saying, oh. So I could go down with head red. She was saying that what I'm saying, oh. And I need to see the saying, oh.
This shit good. I'm not gonna lie. This song you can show to anybody and they will just agree it's good. Now, it feels a little generic because there's been so many people that have done this sound. But if I'm not wrong, Che was pretty early in shaping what this sound is, which is why like his radical shift into the more like ragier sound is kind of unexpected, right? I don't think I'm getting that wrong.
We still got it, that's quick. We still got it, that's quick. How you gon' lie, you look by the name? Y'all nigga fuck all that fame. They say fuck me, like do what the fuck you going to say? Know what I be like when I'm sliding out that car. Life is not how you fun with it. Yeah, when it had it, I know just because of it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Here's okay. Good song. That's a good song. But here's what I'm realizing now. I think this gave me much needed context for how I view Che. In that, I think my unk ears definitely prefer something like that. That is much more pleasurable, more melodic, more simple, right? And the shit that he's doing now with Rest in Bass and fucking Encore is like very loud, and it's like it's a lot for my fucking unk ears. But one thing that I can't deny is that he has gotten undoubtedly better. He has gotten undoubtedly better as an artist. Even if it's not a sound that I like, I can respect, and you know, granted, a lot of like the Cheromani era songs were like he was 16 years old or whatever. It was young as hell, but that shit was kind of mid in terms of like how he performed. So it's like, it's I guess you can have it all, right? It's one of those things, you either have one or the other. Do I prefer like a simpler sound or somebody who's not really that good on the vocals, who's kind of mid but at least is pleasurable, or somebody that has way more presence and you know, has kind of mastered the way to use his voice over beats I don't really like? I don't know. Sometimes those fucking rage slot beats get too much for me, but at least like it's funny to realize that like he has gotten way better.
Potty mouth. Stop playing.
Well, hello, potty mouth.